everyone, I have something super exciting to share with you today. I'm so excited to have these and to use these in tutorials. They are the Stila palettes. The three I have to share with you now complete my little Stila palette collection, and they're just beautiful. They look like this. This is the In the Garden palette, absolutely beautiful. I did a really simple look with this today. On the back of the palette, in case you don't know, the packaging comes with a kind of breakdown of everything that's in the palette itself. Now what I love about these particular palettes, and I then obviously have upgraded them since I got the In the Light palette, is they now have the names of the shadows underneath the shadows themselves. I just adore it. It's so beautiful. And this palette, strangely enough, in the flesh, it looks a lot more versatile than you would ever imagine. I love their smudge sticks. This is the Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner, and this particular one that comes with the In the Garden palette is in Starfish, and I have that on as my liner today. It's described as a kind of a black with a gold shimmer to it. I would describe it actually, now that I've worn it, as a more of an army green with gold shimmer. It's just beautiful. And if I just show you what I'm wearing today on my eyes, I kept it very simple. I'm wearing Breeze, which is this one here. I have that all over the lid. And actually I mixed two colours from the In the Light palette. I mixed Sandstone and Bliss, which are two matte colours. One of them is a more pinky matte, and I put that in my crease first, and then I put a little bit of the dark brown matte underneath. So I mixed kind of two different palettes. The colours you get in here are Chinois, which is a beloved shade of mine. I use this as well as my highlight today because I love these kind of bone, kind of beigey colours. I just adore them. This colour here is Nectar. Beautiful flesh tone colour. The one I used today is Breeze, which is this one here. The one underneath it is Honey. This one up the top is Bark. Kind of a beautiful, kind of a grey, a little bit lighter than a grey. The one underneath it is Sage, which is obviously a beautiful, very gorgeous sage green. The one next to that up the top is Freesia, which is this beautiful blue with blue shimmer. Underneath is Moss, which is this one here. Gorgeous. And then the last two we have Rosette and Juniper. So I'll swatch Breeze for you, which is the one I used today. So that's Breeze, which is the one I have all over my lid. Honey, which is the one underneath it, which I think I will just love. Oh yes, that is gorgeous. So that's Honey, the one next to it. And then let me see, I will swatch Sage, because that looks like a beautiful colour. Oh wow, gorgeous, look at that. So that is Breeze, Honey and Sage. If you have any requests for this palette, then please leave them down below. In fact, that goes for the other two palettes that I'm going to show you as well, because I'd love to hear your tutorial requests for those if you have any particular looks, or if you own the palette and you'd like me to kind of come up with something a little bit different, then please leave all your suggestions for tutorials down below, because I can't wait to use them in videos. This is the In the Moment palette. Predominantly kind of purples and pinks. You've got your golds there at the bottom, beautiful browns, a shimmering black with purple sparkle. This one you get a smudge stick in Tetra, which I haven't used, and Tetra is a beautiful, from what I can see, a beautiful kind of aubergine colour. You can see that there. So this is Tetra. So the one up the top here is Instinct. This is beautiful, absolutely stunning. This is a very shimmery, kind of like kitten, but it's got a little bit more pink to it. Then we have Desire, which is a matte, kind of mid-tone pinky brown, beautiful colour, I love that. Then we have Impulse, which is this very shimmery kind of light lilac colour. We have Wonder, which is beautiful, isn't that a gorgeous shade? I love that. Wonder is kind of, it's got a little bit of like a rose gold undertone, very pretty. We then have Glance, which is, it's coming a little bit bluer than it is, but Glance is kind of like a very satin, kind of bluey purple. We then have Spontaneous, which is this gorgeous, very kind of yellow gold. The next one we have is Improvise, which I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but it's kind of, it almost looks a bit matte, but it's kind of a very dark purple with gold shimmer in it. It's stunning, really beautiful. And then this one down here is Whim, which is a beautiful dark chocolate brown, a little bit of a brick undertone to it. And then the last two, this one here is Catalyst, which is, as I mentioned, is the black with purple shimmer. Don't know if that's picking up. Gorgeous. And then the one underneath that is Captivate, which is a really nice cocoa brown with kind of a almost red undertone to it. So that is the In the Moment palette from Stila. Beautiful colours. Oh my god, you could just do so much with this palette. Let me swatch Impulse, which is this beautiful light lilac here. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. And the pigmentation is astounding. They have a beautiful, like, silky stretch texture to them. It's just stunning. So that's Impulse. Gorgeous. And I'll swatch Glance, which is the darker purple next to it, just like the blue purple here. So that's Glance there. Looks a little bit like Omen from Urban Decay. Very, very pretty. And then I will swatch, let me see, I'll swatch Wonder, which is the one underneath, the lilac-y one, this one here, because that looks stunning. Really beautiful, everyday kind of colour with a little bit of a rose gold undertone to it. But you can see how beautifully they come up. So that is the In the Moment palette. Absolutely gorgeous. The last Stila palette that I have to share with you is something I'm very excited about, and I know a lot of you guys will appreciate this because I do have some older viewers, and I do have viewers that kind of, I would imagine, work in kind of office environments and things, and they can't always wear shimmer, or they don't want to wear shimmer, and I have had some requests for kind of toned down full looks, and I think this palette that I have here will just answer a lot of prayers from people who really want to do something different with their eye makeup but don't want to be too out there with purple shimmers and green shimmers and things like that. Or even satins. This is the Stila In the Know palette, and this is all mattes. I didn't even know they did an all matte palette. I was just so excited because Stila's matte shades, I think, are some of the best. They're buttery, they're creamy to apply, they don't bunch up on the eyelid if you use a primer underneath them. This one, little bit of a difference. This one actually comes with a mirror, which I am super excited by because the others don't, and I think that was something that was missing from the other palettes. The smudge stick in this is called Half Moon, and this is so my colour. It's almost like a silvery grey. This is the In the Know palette, all matte shades, very, very exciting. So we have, let me see, we have Air, which is this one here. Beautiful matte beige, kind of a cream. We then have Wind, once again a little bit creamier. We then have Desert, beautiful crease colour, absolutely gorgeous. The one over here we have is Sky, which is a little bit like Bliss from the In the Light palette but less pink. The one over here is Earth, which is almost like a russet, beautiful. This one up the top is the black. This is Ebony. This is also in the Light palette, which is the only shadow that I've actually duplicated in the palettes that I've got, which is brilliant. That's a matte black. We then have Smoke, which is very much the shadow sister to Half Moon Smudge Stick. It's a beautiful grey. We then have Rain, which is almost, it's a little bit like Tease from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, but less purple, so I love that. I'm very excited to use this shade. This is so gorgeous. This is Fire, and this is a matte, obviously matte brick red. And then the last one is Driftwood, which is an almost kind of, it's a very neutral mid-toned brown. So that's the In the Know palette. Haven't tried these yet, so I kind of don't want to stick my fingers in them, but I will for you, I will. I'll bring myself to do it. So first of all we have Desert, which is, oh wow, oh my god, those are so creamy. So Desert is this one here. That's Desert there. I mean, just so pigmented. So that's Desert. I'm going to swatch Fire as well, which is the red, the brick red. Oh wow, beautiful. And then I will swatch Smoke, which is the grey. So that's Smoke there. So that's Smoke swatched. They're £25 each, and you can get them from stila.co.uk with free shipping. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. You can do that by clicking on the little link down here somewhere. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, make sure that you do. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button just above here somewhere. And that way you will always see my videos in your subscription box and you won't miss one. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you very, very soon with lots of tutorials. Bye, guys.